Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Good evening and welcome to the gymnasium on the campus of North Mason High School in Belfair, Washington. Tonight we have a non-league girls and boys basketball doubleheader between Crosspoint and North Mason. I'm Deidre Allen and you are watching the Maple Glen the Senior Living pregame show. It's ladies first as the girls teams are on the court. A check on the records to say this will be the sixth meeting between the teams, and the Warriors have, they lead the series 3-2. But the Bulldogs have won the last two by large margins, 40-20 last year and 59-12 the year before. Crosspoint, the previous three matchups, won 50-30 in 2014, 57-46 in 2007, and 59-33 in 2006. Can North Mason even the series and build some confidence for the rest of the season, or will Crosspoint end the two-game skid to the Bulldogs? We're just minutes away from finding out. Coming up on the Maple Glen Senior Living pregame show, starting lineups. It's the girls' half of the non-league high school basketball doubleheader in Belfair. The Crosspoint Lady Warriors at the North Mason Lady Bulldogs. Next on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected, and Maple Glen Senior Living, celebrating the art of life.
There's always something happening at Maple Glen Senior Living in Shelton. Find out for yourself by scheduling a tour to see the senior living community at 1700 North 13th Loop. Call 360-427-0300 to set up a time, or you can attend one of Maple Glen's community events. There's a brunch Sunday from 10:30 to 1. How about an evening of holiday traditions on December 14th? Need some help wrapping your holiday gifts? Sit back, relax, leave the wrapping to Maple Glen. Maple Glen is also bridging the gap for those in need with a holiday gift drive for Mason County seniors and teens. Drop off non-perishable food items and gifts at 1700 North 13th Loop. Call Teresa or Stephanie for ideas and more information. That's Maple Glen Senior Living Community in Shelton, 360-427-0300.
It may not seem fast or close to you, but 100 times a day we leave our office and put ourselves only a door away. An average of 2 patrol cars are struck and 1 trooper injured every month. It's Washington law that you slow down or move over when you see emergency lights ahead. We ask that while we're out here getting you and your family home safe every night, you help us get home safe to our families. Slow down and move over.
Back to Belfair and North Mason High School. Getting ready for the tip-off of this non-league game between the Crosspoint Warriors and the North Mason Bulldogs. Start out with the visiting Lady Warriors. Starting out is Lydia Waltz. She's a 5'7" senior. Greta Rydell, a 5'9" junior. Jolie Zulkowski, a 5'11" junior. Ellie Kimmel, a 5'9" sophomore, and Chasey Miller, a 5'7" senior. So that's Waltz, Rydell, Zukowski, Kimmel and Miller for the Warriors. For the Bulldogs, as the lights go out. And I can't really see my writing, so let's just listen in to the PA.
Now our starters are now the head coach of Team Kenny and he are for the Warriors, 5'7" senior, double four, Chase Miller. For the Bulldogs, 5'6" sophomore, number 15, Kristen Rindy. For the Warriors, 5'9" sophomore, double deuce, Ellie Kimmel. For the Dogs, 5'10" sophomore, number 12, Sophia Green. For the Warriors, 5'11" junior, number 20, Joelle Zukowski. For the Dogs, 5'6" sophomore, number 10, Felicity Fowler. 5'9" junior, number 13, Greta Riddle. 5'5" sophomore, number 5, Grace Clark. 5'7" senior, number 5, Lydia Waltz. And finally at 5'3" senior, number 3, Haley Simonson. Let's play some basketball.
All right, the lights have come back up. Let's give you the starting five for the Bulldogs if you did not really understand. Haley Simonson, she's a 5'8" senior. Grace Abad, a 5'5" sophomore. Felicity Fowler, a 5'6" sophomore. Sophia Green, a 5'10" sophomore. And Christy Griffey, a 5'5" sophomore. Bulldogs will be in the white. Crosspoint in the dark black jerseys, red trim. And we're ready to get this thing tipped off and underway. So Green will meet, it looks like it's going to be Kimmel in center circle to get this thing underway. So here we go. Ball's tipped up and pushing the front court for favor of Crosspoint. Actually, that's Kimmel with it. Over to Waltz. Quick little passes. Inside the three-point arc is a three. The rebound pulled down by Green. And here come the Lady Bulldogs. Quick three on the way by number 3. That's Simonson. Missed the shot and the rebound pulled down by Kimmel. Actually, that's Zukowski with the rebound. Waltz with it into the corner now. Rydell to Miller. Cross court to Kimmel. Kimmel will drive, try to drive to the baseline. Up to Zukowski. And now there's Miller. Miller drives side of the paint. Ball slapped out. And the ball snuck into the back court. And that will be an over and back as well, as it was going to be a shot clock violation. Bulldog ball. No score. Almost a minute gone here in the first quarter. Three on the way again. That one rattled in. I think that was Fowler with the three. His passes down to the baseline. Miller nearly lost the ball. High post feed out. It goes to Kimmel. Kimmel will drive baseline. Stop. Pop on the baseline. Comes up a little short. Rebound pulled down by the Bulldogs. That's Simonson. We'll credit her with the three ball. Another three in and out. Rebound pulled down by Zukowski. Kimmel bringing the ball across the timeline. throws it over the head of Miller, and that'll be the second turnover on the Warriors. Fowler brings it in to Green. Green steps across midcourt. Bounce over to Simonson. Wide open three look there by Abad. Grace Abad hits a three, and it's actually they're going to call it 2. So it's 5-0. Another near turnover. Nothing to Zukowski. Back it goes to Rydell. Actually, no, that's Zimmel. Sorry, Kimmel. Kimmel will drive baseline, try to scoop up a shot, miss the shot. Rebound pulled down by Fowler. Here come the Lady Bulldogs. Griffey with a 3. All right, call out a 2, so Griffey gets in on the action. Miller in backcourt to Kimmel. Throws across. And there's a shot. The first foul in the ball game. Goes on solicited foul with Fowler, that is, with the first foul at the free throw line. Leading the first free throw is Jolie Zulkowski. Second one is off. Rebound. Knocked down. Well, actually rolls out of bounds off the hands of Rydell. It'll be Bulldog ball. Well, one player press. Nice find down low, but Fowler couldn't finish. Side of paint feed, shot on the way and off. Rebound pulled down by Rydell. Out it goes to Kimmel for 3. Excuse me. Simonson, jumper, no. Rebound by Zukowski, tied up, and that's a jump ball. Stays with the Bulldog baseline inbounds. Abad will trigger it. Substitution. Natalie Matthews steps on. And Fowler will sit down. Inbounds to Simonson. She'll step inside the arc and launch a long 2. Rebound out of the hands of Crosspoint. Put back by Griffey doesn't fall. And here come the Lady Warriors. And another turnover of a deflected pass. There's a steal going back the other way. And here we go again. Nice pass up and in to Simonson plus the foul. Kimmel picked up her first. And Reinhold will step on for Crosspoint, placing Kimmel. And let's see, we had a substitution for North Mason. We'll get to that in a minute. Free throw falls short. Another pickoff. Griffey with another steal. Griffey picked up her first. Second team foul on North Mason. And Kimmel will step back onto the court for the Warriors, who have possession. It's break of the press, but Can't quite handle it. 6 turnovers by my count on Crosspoint. Inbounds to Johnson, Amber Johnson, the new face on the court for the Bulldogs. Oop, she threw it away. Zulkowski with a pick. And that's Waltz. Over for Zulkowski, who nails a 3. That's a 2-point lead for North Mason. Oh, bad pass in the middle there. And putting it up and in is Zulkowski. And a timeout has been called, so we'll take it. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Other TV providers force you to sign a long-term contract. Then you're stuck with years of second-rate service. Hood Canal Communications delivers stunning HD, plus bundled savings on super-fast internet and home phone, with no long-term contracts. It's all backed by an exceptional team of local service professionals. No contracts, no nonsense, just great service. Don't get stuck with a contract. Visit hcc.net to learn more.
Back at North Mason. It's a tie ball game, 2:45 to go with first quarter. North Mason will have possession. After the tying shots off a steal. And that is Johnson. Johnson in the corner, 3 on the way. That's contested. Hits the side of the paint, or the backboard, excuse me. And the rebound goes into the hands of the Warriors. High post feed to Zulkowski. Down to the baseline with a jumper. Was Reinhold. It goes out of bounds. It'll be in the Warriors' hands, however. Kimmel will inbound it from the left of the backboard. Lob it in. Oop, hit the back of the backboard, and that's a turnover. So turnovers have been the bugaboo for both teams here. Here come the Lady Bulldogs. And as I mentioned it, that'll be number 7, or number 5 on the North Mason team. 7 for Crosspoint. They have possession. Kimmel will trigger the play, looking it in. Gives it into Zulkowski, back to Kimmel. Kimmel up the far sidelines. Nice find to Rydell. Tip knocked out of bounds by the Bulldogs. It'll be Crosspoint ball right at the backboard. Kimmel bounces it into Zulkowski, back to Kimmel. Actually, no, that's not Kimmel. Now the Waltz with it. And off the hands of Rydell for the 8th turnover on Crosspoint. 9-9 tie. Comes Johnson. 3 quick and early, short by Simonson. And here come the Warriors. And a traveling call, 9 turnovers now. As Grace Abad just steps back onto the floor for North Mason. And Haley Simonson will sit down with 5 points. So Matthews gets it in to Johnson, gets it back to Matthews. Matthews looks the court over, throws it up top. That's Griffey. Griffey opposite side, nice drive to the hoop by Amber Johnson. Whistle away from the ball. Actually going to call a foul on the shot. That'll go on Haley Reinhold, their first. And Amber Johnson at the free throw line for 2 free throws. Got the first one. Should get another one. Second one off the back of the iron. Rebound pulled down by Zulkowski. And Kimmel will bring it up. Look it over to Zulkowski. Zulkowski up top to Kimmel. Opposite side now. Quick passes down the baseline jumper. Rydell missed it. Rebound Bulldogs. Up it goes to Amber Johnson. who was stripped and of the ball going for the block. Out of bounds, North Mason. Left of the backboard. Inbounds goes to Griffey. Up top to Johnson. Back over to Griffey. Griffey for three, partially blocked. And Kimmel will come down with the rebound. And she'll bring it up. Over to Zulkowski. Pull-up jumper. It's off the mark. Rebound tapped and controlled by the Bulldogs. It's Sophie Green foul going across the midcourt stripe by Ryan Holt. That'll be 3 team fouls on Crosspoint. Abad driving, trying to reverse hook, doesn't fall. Rebound pulled down by Crosspoint. Kimmel will bring it across the timeline. Over to Zulkowski, passed down to the corner, knocked out of bounds by the quick hands of Matthews. So it'll be sideline inbounds for North Mason. Ryan Holt will inbounds it with Matthews waving her hands in front of her. Inbounds goes to Waltz. Waltz to Kimmel. Kimmel high post to Zulkowski, turns and shoots, misses it. Rebound, Matthews. She's gonna go coast to coast, puts it up, missed the shot. Rebound pulled down by Waltz. And that'll do it for the first quarter. 1 point lead for North Mason, 10-9. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Waiting for the start of the second quarter. The Crosspoint ball. High post feed goes to Zulkowski. Zulkowski tied up by Abad, and that should go over to North Mason. Waltz will be the one-man press, or one-woman press, I should say, as Johnson will throw it over to Abad. Abad catch, shoot, miss it. Rebound pulled down by Green. Green to Matthews. Matthews steps back on the arc, launches the shot. It comes a little hard. Rebound pulled down by Miller. Comes Kimmel the other way for Crosspoint. To the baseline to Rydell, off her hands out of bounds. A little more than 30 seconds into this second quarter. Comes Johnson. Over to Matthews. Oh, traveling on Matthews. She kind of lost the ball and ended up kind of shuffling her feet there. So it's another turnover, and I have 6 on North Mason. Miller gets it into Kimmel. Kimmel will throw it over to Rydell. Deflected back to Rydell. Up top to Miller. Miller stripped of the ball. Johnson with the steal. Wisely turns around, sets play for the Bulldogs. Swing it over to Abad. Abad, turn around, shoots for 3. Hits it. 5 points for Grace. It's a 4-point lead for North Mason. Press put on. Miller with it, far side. Tied up with the ball by Matthews. That'll stay with the Bulldogs. Inbounds, picked off by Griffey. Should put it up. Oh, missed the shot, but get a foul shot. A couple of them, actually. It'll be on Joel Zolkowski here first. 4th team foul. First free throw by Kristen is short. And Griffey will get another one. In and out. There's a lane violation either way, so. And it'll be Warrior ball with a 4-point deficit. 13-9, 6:37 to go in the first half. This first game of the doubleheader. Inbounds. Kimmel will bring it up. Finds Zolkowski. Zolkowski's shot is off. Rebound goes to Griffey. Griffey going the other way to the 3-point arc near side. Steps back. Steps in. Shoots the ball. Misses it. Matthews with the rebound. Can't put it back in. Rebound goes to Zolkowski. Finds Kimmel. And Kimmel will bring it up. Center of the court. It's Waltz with it. Rydell now. Pushed, bumped, and fouled by Griffey. That's her third team foul, I should say. Grace Breimer will step on for the first time tonight. Miller gets the ball inbound from the inbounds, and that's Kimmel. Kimmel off the leg of Griffey. No, actually, that's Green out of bounds. Matthews will sit down, and Haley Simonson will step back on for North Mason. Lob it into Zolkowski, double teamed. Johnson with a steal going the other way. Right to the hoop, puts it off the glass, missed it. Rebound right there. It was a Bulldog, but it goes in the hands of the Warriors. Warriors still have the ball on the far side. Kimmel driving, lay it up and in. 5 points for Ellie. 2-point lead for North Mason with the rock. 3 on the way and off, but Griffey was there. Screen with a 3. We have it'll be white ball. It'll be a Bulldog ball on the baseline left of the backboard. Abad will trigger the play. I'll throw it up top to Johnson. Steps right to the hoop. Missed the runner. And the rebound goes to Breimer. Comes Kimmel. There's another errant pass. And here's Johnson with a breakaway. Off the glass and in the foul. Amber back to the line. She's 1 for 2 at the free throw line, and it's 3 points now. Ellie Kimmel picked up her second, 5th team foul. Reinhold will step back onto the court. Kimmel will sit down. Free throw is off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Breimer. Breimer to Miller now. Miller bringing it up. Throws it up to Zolkowski. Should go to the bucket. Missed the layup. Rebound slapped around and then corralled by Johnson. Johnson out of the pack. Here comes Amber. Over goes to Green. Now to Abad. Abad for 3. No. Oh, that's not Abad. That was Simonson. And the rebound is by Crosspoint's Reinhold. Waltz will bring it across the timeline. High post feed to Zolkowski. To Miller. Miller, nice move, avoiding the defense. Missed the shot. The rebound goes to Green. Green will put it on the floor and bring it up for the North Mason. And she's fouled crossing midcourt. It'll be 16 fouls on the Warriors. And that will go on Grace Breimer as her first. Be sideline inbounds at the scorer's table for North Mason. Simonson will trigger the play, get it into Johnson. Back to Simonson. Top, swing it over. Griffey. Griffey has it at range. Won't take it. But there's Simonson for 3 in the corner. This short. Got her own rebound. Steps to the hoop. Puts it up. Missed that one. Rebound tapped out by Abed. Tracked down, however, by Breimer. Breimer can't quite corral it. And it'll stay with North Mason. Abed will inbounds it from the sideline. So Johnson in backcourt. With Simonson. To Griffey at the foul line. Shot at the elbow, falls short. Saved and bounced by Johnson, but Waltz will grab it up and bring it up for Crosspoint. 3 on the way by Zulkowski. Missed it. Rebound Abad. Just mugged out there under the basket. Gets out of the trap. Goes to the 3-point arc. Stops. Pops for 3. That short rebound right there. Johnson. She'll dribble out and set the play for North Mason. That's Simonson, excuse me. Now there's Johnson. Up top goes to Green. Over to Simonson. Catch, shoot. On the baseline, no. Rebound, Waltz. Waltz looking for Miller in backcourt. Gives it back to Waltz. Trying to get ball by the press of Simonson. Zulkowski. Now Miller, top of the key over to Zulkowski. Fakes the 3, bumped by Abad. That'll be Grace's first personal. 4th team foul on North Mason. Matthews will return for North Mason. Grace Abad will sit down. It'll be Miller inbounding it from the sidelines in the corner. And the pass, I guess, must have been Rydell standing on the baseline there. As Johnson brings it up, finds Simonson. Simonson. Over it goes to Green. Green will put it on the floor. Got away with the travel. There's Griffey with a 3 that goes in and out. Dropped out second time. Rebound goes to Waltz. Actually, no, it wasn't Waltz. It was Breimer. Miller has it now. And there's a foul on the pass off. Be the 5th team foul on North Mason. It'll go on Amber Johnson, her first. Sideline midcourt inbounds to Miller. Lob it right to the hands of Griffey, a turnover. Up it goes to Simonson. She'll lay it off the glass and in. 7 points for Haley. And there's Breimer trying to go to the hoop, puts it up and in. Nice move for Grace there. Comes Johnson. For North Mason, loses the ball off of her leg, on it back. Goes over to Simonson, quick pass down to Matthews. Matthews on the baseline, dribbles out, finds Green. Green to the 3-point arc. Over to Simonson, takes the 3. Yep, pretty shot. It's a 7-point lead for North Mason. Minute 45 to go in the half. Miller with it in backcourt. And the ball is broken up. Matthews tracks it down, throws it over to Griffey. Griffey for 3. Nope. Rebound pulled down by Zulkowski. She'll get it to Reinhold. Reinhold puts on the Jets, crossing midcourt. It's over to Waltz. Waltz to the 3-point arc. Hooks it into the backcourt. And Johnson will go get it, scoop it up. Missed the shot and then fouled, but Simonson's there for the putback, and she draws the whistle. So Waltz is going to be called with personal. That's 7 team fouls, and 3-point play completed by Amber Johnson. 10-point lead for North Mason, 1:17 to go here in the half. Miller bounces it in to Briner. Briner loses control, gets the ball back, and then ended up traveling with it. Wow, 13 turnovers on Crosspoint here in the half. Natalie Matthews is inbounding it from the baseline. Inbounds goes to Simonson, up top to Griffey. Griffey to the foul line, then steps back, throws it over to Matthews. Matthews for 3. Yep, and the foul. Count the 3, 4-point play coming. Possible. That's Natalie's first basket of the night. And Chase Miller picked up her first. Felicity Fowler back in the ball game for North Mason. And that, let's see, Grace Abad also. As Natalie Matthews has a possibility of a 4-point play. Can't complete it. Rebound Zulkowski to Miller in backcourt. 13-point lead for North Mason, biggest lead of the night. There's Zulkowski. 3, no. Rebound Matthews. She comes up the far sidelines. To Abad for 3, that's short. Rebound pulled down by Briner. Briner to Miller. Miller to Waltz. Waltz will bring it across the timeline. Over goes to Zulkowski. Lost the handle of the ball and who went into the deck trying to get it? Felicity Fowler. She's out of bounds. It'll be Crosspoint ball. In the corner on the sidelines. 34.7 seconds to go in the half. 13-point lead for North Mason. Crosspoint with the ball. Miller with it on the inbounds. She double dribbled and got away with it. Tied up right there with Matthews. Abad was also in on the play. It's a jump ball. It'll stay with Crosspoint. The baseline inbounds. Right of the backboard. Miller inbounds it to Zulkowski. Back to Miller. Miller for 3. No. Rebound. Johnson. Amber Johnson with the ball. Center of the court. Time ticking down. Over goes to Griffey. Griffey for 3. No. Rebound pulled down by Zulkowski to Miller. 9 seconds. And here comes Waltz to Bremer. Bremer stops and pops. Missed the shot. And here comes Matthews, but the half runs out. Good quarter for the Bulldogs. They pull away, and they now lead to 26-13. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Frustrated by rising cable prices? You're not the only one. As your local cable TV provider, we work hard to give you the channels you want to watch the local news, enjoy family night, and cheer on your favorite sports team. We also fight to keep your rates fair, but at the negotiating table, large corporate broadcasters demand higher fees for their programming. As TV viewership goes down, broadcast rates continue to go up. It's not fair. None of us should cover their losses. Visit KEEPtheConnections.com for more information on how we're working for you.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
Emerging science indicates access to high-speed internet during the school years can lead to positive outcomes, including, but not limited to, streamlined acquisition of data, academic achievement, career advancement, satisfying relationships, cuter children, joy. Our scientific conclusion? Call now and get the HCC Internet and Voice Bundle for the everyday low price of $44.95. Call today and save.
And welcome back to North Mason High School. This is the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show with the North Mason Lady Bulldogs leading the Crosspoint Lady Warriors 26-13. Now they did it by taking advantage of numerous turnovers in the first half. I have 13 on the Warriors in the first half, and the Bulldogs have 6. Leading the way for the Bulldogs, let's see here, 12 points for Haley Simonson, 5 for Amber Johnson, 5 for Grace Abad, and a basket for Kristen Griffey. For the Warriors, they're being led by Jolie Zulkowski, and she has 6 points. 5 for Ellie Kimmel, and a basket for Grace Brimmer. That's pretty much where we stand here at the halftime mark. And North Mason, the first game of our doubleheader here tonight on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. The second half of the doubleheader will be the boys' matchup of these two teams. And we will see how that all works out in the end there. But first, the girls have another half to play. North Mason Lady Bulldogs leading 26-13. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. And you are watching the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over. When you see lights,
Vests or reflectors,
please give us some room. Slow down and move over. When you need us,
we've got your back.
do you have ours?
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back? Please, slow down.
And move over.
If you're interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday you can watch the Shelton City Commission. These live broadcasts air at 6 p.m. on the first and third Monday of each month and at 2 p.m. on the other Mondays. However, you can watch the City Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
And we're back here at North Mason High School. Halftime score, North Mason 26, Crosspoint 13. The Lady Bulldogs are taking advantage of, let's see, I have 13 turnovers on the Lady Warriors. While North Mason is taking a little bit better care of the ball. They have 6 by my count, and they have eached away. The game was tied at 9 just before the end of the first quarter. And North Mason did come out with a little bit of a lead, but that was cut down by the Bulldogs committing a few turnovers there towards the end, and then the pressures kind of increased for the Lady Bulldogs on Crosspoint. As I mentioned in the opening, Crosspoint does lead this series. If you look at that, 3 games to 2. However, North Mason has won the last 2 games against Crosspoint. And obviously last year, but last year they did play up at Crosspoint for this doubleheader. This will be the 6th meeting. So we are a couple of minutes away from the third quarter. And we will get to that in a moment. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, and you're watching the Maple Glen Senior Living halftime show. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Maple Glen Senior Living Resident Spotlight. Meet Harrison Pinky Newharth.
This used to be bright red.
He was dubbed Pinky while working at the shipyard.
Some guy called me Pinky, and it stuck. And I've had it ever since 1940.
Pinky handled blueprints at the shipyard.
We had one guy in there that I used to play tennis with. Come to find out, he was a spy. And they came in one day when I was sitting there, and they arrested him right in the office.
He spent some time in the military before retiring as a Seattle City bus driver.
For 22 and a half years. Had one chargeable accident in that length of time.
Pinky has been married for 61 years.
I proposed to her on the end of February after meeting her, just going with her for just a month.
They built a house on Lake Cushman.
All with volunteer labor, with lots of beer to keep them satisfied.
Pinky moved into Maple Glen in 2012. If he's not on his computer, you can find Pinky calling Bingo.
Call Bingo here twice a week.
To schedule a tour and meet residents like Pinky, call Maple Glen at 360-427-0300.
It may not seem fast or close to you, but 100 times a day we leave our office and put ourselves only a door away. An average of 2 patrol cars are struck and 1 trooper injured every month. It's Washington law that you slow down or move over when you see emergency lights ahead. We ask that while we're out here getting you and your family home safe every night, you help us get home safe to our families. Slow down and move over.
And we're waiting for the start of the third quarter. It will be Bulldog ball to start out with Abad and Johnson. She has the ball. Simonson and a 3 on the way by Fowler, fall off. And then Green's also in there to round out the starting 5. It's knocked out of bounds by Crosspoint, so it'll be baseline inbounds for North Mason. Inbounds to Green. Green drives baseline, hooks a pass in the middle, but there's going to be a pushing foul on Crosspoint. What was that on 1-5? Reimer with her second personal inbounds goes to Simonson. Fights fine down low as Johnson missed the shot. Rebound pulled down by Rydell. And we'll give you that Crosspoint lineup here shortly. Swaltz will bring it in and bounce it over to Kimmel. Rydell over in the corner. There's Kimmel. Cross court to Miller. Miller steps by the defense, puts up a long shot off the glass. Oop, it popped out. Rebound. Popped around and corralled by Crosspoint's Primer. Miller with the putback. Got it back. And here is Kimmel working on the far side. Now to Miller. Miller at the elbow. Beyond the three-point arc. Over goes to Kimmel. Kimmel for 3. Nope. Short Abad with the rebound. Grace with it. Bringing it up near side. Stops beyond the three-point arc. Throw it to Johnson. Now to Green. Green will dribble over, change places. Stop and pop on the three-point arc. It's short. Rebound pulled down by Breimer. Breimer hand off to Kimmel, and here come the Lady Warriors. And a steal by Simonson. Simonson stops and pops for 3. Missed it. Rebound goes to Johnson. Johnson in a traffic, puts it up, missed it again. Rebound this time by Breimer. Breimer in trouble and a jump ball called. That'll go over to Crosspoint. And Natalie Matthews back in the ball game for North Mason. Green will sit down. Kimmel inbounds it. Throw it into Miller. Miller back to Kimmel. Up to Waltz. Hooks pass to Kimmel, center of the court. Over goes to Rydell, to Breimer, but the ball is deflected and stolen away. With it now is Simonson. Down it goes to Matthews, puts up a shot, came up short, rebound pulled down by Waltz. And here comes Kimmel slowing the pace down. There's Miller with it. Bounce it to Brimmer. Brimmer with a shot, missing it, but drawing the foul. That'll go on Grace Abad. That's her second. And it looks like, is it Waltz at the free throw line? Up at Sprimer. Missed the first one. She'll get another one. Kristen Griffey stepped onto the court again for North Mason, replacing Grace Abad. Second free throw by Grace Briner. That one goes in. Give her 3 points tonight. Simonson with the ball on the inbounds. Throw it over to Johnson. Johnson tried to lay it down to the box on the near side, and Matthews overthrew her out of bounds. That'll be the 7th turnover on North Mason. So it will be Crosspoint ball. Kimmel inbounds it to Waltz and gets it back. So back to Waltz on the near side. Throws it to Kimmel, now to Miller. Down it goes to Breimer. Breimer catch and shoot, whacked on the head. That'll be a foul on Griffey. And that'll be her third. At the free throw line again is Grace Breimer. 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Make it 1 for 3. Should get another one. Second one in and out. Rebound goes to Matthews. Matthews and Miller tie up, but Matthews pulls it away. Up it goes to Johnson. Baseline jumper, no. Rebound pulled down by Kimmel. Kimmel foul pumped a couple of times, but no whistle. LA will slow the pace down. Be met by a double team. Goes by the double team. Throws down the box, but stolen away by Johnson. Johnson one-on-one with Kimmel in the back court to the three-point arc. Hooks it over to Fowler. Fowler out to Matthews. Matthews missed the three. Rebound goes to Miller. Miller just stepped by a double team trap and gets it back to Kimmel. Up it goes. Same spot again for Breimer. Missed the shot. Rebound goes to Matthews of North Mason. Quickly up it goes to Griffey. Griffey to the corner. Simonson for three in the corner. No. Rebound Kimmel for Crosspoint. Down again to Breimer. Breimer trying to drive baseline. Stops. Lobs it up top to Kimmel. Kimmel steps back. Throws it back to Breimer. Breimer to the hoop. Hacked and fouled by Natalie Matthews. Her second team foul on North Mason. So Breimer back at the line. She's 1 for 4 and has 3 points tonight. So far. Got the first one. Should get another one. And Sophia Green will step on. Sitting down will be Felicity Fowler, and Abad will step back on. And Griffey will get a rest. Also with 3 fouls. As Breimer's second free throw spun all the way around and out. Rebound pulled down by Matthews. Matthews gets it to Johnson. Johnson had the ball slapped, but Simonson will track it down, keep it alive for North Mason to Johnson. Oh, near steal by Waltz, and then they'll knock it off, knock it out of bounds. They'll say it'll go off of Waltz, and there was a lot of contact and no whistles on that. It'll stay with Crosspoint. Kimmel gets the inbounds. And a timeout has been called. We'll take it. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. We'll be right back.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a big mistake. Hey, Joe. Think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have the utilities marked before you start digging?
I'm not digging very deep. It's no big deal.
No big deal.
Dad, the TV's out. Internet too.
Remember, safe digging always starts with a free call to 811. Oh, what a knucklehead.
And we're back here at North Mason High School. 3:49 to go in the third quarter. Only 2 points have been scored, and that's by Crosspoint on foul shots. And they now trail by 11. And this has been a scrappy little fight. Another turnover by the Crosspoint team. And Matthews fighting her way to the hoop and can't finish, and looking for a whistle and not getting it. Crosspoint with the ball in the backcourt. Kimmel will bring it in for the Miller. Miller, one dribble back to, actually it's going to go to Waltz. Waltz steps across, throws it to Breimer. Breimer to the box. Out it goes. Three on the way. No. Rebound, Abad. Abad stops, throws it to Simonson. Simonson off her hands to three-point arc near side. Still keeping it in play. Over goes to Johnson. Johnson eyes the hoop, finds Simonson on the box, put it up and in, and the foul. Personal foul on Breimer, it's her third. And Haley Simonson for three-point play, nope. But Matthews is there for the rebound and missed the putback. Miller will howl it in. Get possession back for Crosspoint. There's Waltz crossing midcourt. High post feed now to Rydell, to Miller. Miller over to Kimmel. Kimmel with 15 on the shot clock, steps to the hoop, puts it up with a scoop shot. How did she get that in there? 7 points for Ellie. Lead back to 11 for North Mason. Simonson with the ball. Stops, pops for three. Short, but drops in. Her third of three of the ball game. And a steal by Simonson. Finds Johnson, puts it up and in. I think there's a foul as well. Yes. And that will go on Waltz, her second. And Amber Simonson to the line for possible three-point play. In and out, rebound. Matthews again. She'll put it up. Nope, it doesn't fall there either. Rebound goes to Breimer. Breimer to Kimmel. Kimmel, center of the court. Lob it over. Near steal by Matthews. Breimer to Kimmel. 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Kimmel down to Waltz. Waltz alone in the baseline jumper. In and out. And controlled by Green. Green throws the ball up, taps it to herself. She's going to go one-on-one and stripped of the ball. That'll stay with the Bulldogs. Felicity Fowler is back in, and Sophia Green will sit down. Baseline inbounds. Matthew triggers the play from the right of the backboard. Throws it to Simonson, back to Matthews. Matthews bobbled the ball on the sidelines. Finds Simonson, stops and pops. Hits. She's getting hot. 7 points in the quarter. Let's see here. Here comes Waltz the other way. Hooks it to Kimmel. Kimmel to Miller. Miller draws a triple team, gives it back to Kimmel. Kimmel to the foul line, hands it off to Waltz. Waltz set to play with 13 on the shot clock. And a steal at midcourt by Johnson. Johnson to the hoop. Oh, can't finish, but the foul is called. Miller will pick up her second, fourth team foul. And Johnson's at the free throw line for a couple of free throws. Hit the first one. Missed the second one. Zulkowski with the rebound, but a jump ball tied up by Matthews. It stays with North Mason. Matthews will trigger the play from the left of the backboard. Inbounds. Simonson to Abad. Abad for three. Short. Miller with the rebound. And the foul is going to be called on Matthews. That'll be her second. Fourth team foul on North Mason. Inbounds to Waltz. Back to Kimmel. To Waltz. Waltz down to Breimer. Breimer to the hoop. Up and in. And the foul. That'll go on Felicity Fowler, her second, fifth team foul. They're going to put that on Matthews. Free throw is off. That's going to go out of bounds. That stays with North Mason. Everybody thought it was two, but it was one free throw. So Matthews will inbounce it from the far sidelines. Get it into Johnson. Johnson loses the ball out of bounds, but they're going to say it went off of the foot of Waltz. So it stays with North Mason, 24 on the shot clock. Inbounds in the front court. To Fowler, who loses the handle, up to Waltz. Waltz shoots the ball up short. Rebound goes to Simonson. Simonson on the run the other way. Hooks the pass in the middle to Johnson, but threw her hands out of bounds. .28.5 seconds to go here, third quarter. 36-19 is the score. Kimmel brings it up over to Waltz. Waltz down to Breimer. Breimer, good defense. Spins baseline, nice touch pass to, let's see here, that's Zawalski. And she puts it up and in. And the ball's knocked out of bounds. So 3.1 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Inbounds Matthews to Johnson. Johnson for three. No, and that'll be 3 quarters, folks. North Mason Lady Bulldogs leading the Crosspoint Lady Warriors 36-21. We'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
Crosspoint ball to start the fourth quarter. Kimmel will bring it across the timeline. Nice defense by Abad, knocking it away. And it'll be sideline inbounds for Crosspoint, the middle of their bench. Waltz will lob it in. Ball's deflected and stolen away. Here comes Simonson. Nice pass up to Johnson. She puts it up. Missed it a little too hard, but that'll go out of bounds, and they'll say it went off of North Mason. 19 turnovers on the Lady Warriors tonight. Trailing by 15. Zukowski, who's been rather quiet here in the second half. This is Waltz. High post feed deflected, but Zukowski will come away with it. Get it to Waltz. Waltz baseline. Out to Kimmel. Kimmel, long two, missed it. Popped out, rebound pulled down by Waltz. Waltz up to Johnson. Johnson setting the play from the side. for the Bulldogs. It's Matthews to Simonson. Turns around, shoots a long two, saved in bounds to Johnson. Johnson hits the jumper. Amber with 10 points tonight. Here comes a waltz and the Warriors. Down to Zulkowski. Zulkowski baseline jumper falls off. Rebound pulled down by Miller. Miller to Kimmel. Kimmel fakes the three, finds Zulkowski. Back to Kimmel to Miller. Miller tripped and foul. That'll be the 6th team foul on the Bulldogs. That'll go on Matthews. I have 3. They're saying it's 4 on her. I have 3. Inbounds quickly to Zulkowski. Her shot is going to be blocked, and the foul is going to go on Abad. And that is Grace Abad's 3rd. So Zulkowski, 8 points tonight. Hit the first free throw. Make it 9. Sophia Green will step on, and they will sit down Matthews. They say she has 4. I say she has 5. Or it's 3, excuse me. Zulkowski missed the shot. Rebound knocked out of the hands of Fowler. Goes to Abad. Abad will get it to Fowler. Fowler will throw a 3 towards the basket. Missed it. Rebound pulled down by Rydell. Rydell tried to get an outlet to Kimmel, and it's knocked out of bounds by Johnson. So it'll do it again here from the baseline into backcourt. Natalie Young will step on for the first time tonight. Sitting down will be Amber Johnson. Inbounds in the corner to Rydell. Back to Kimmel. Kimmel will throw it up to Zulkowski. Zulkowski will go to the hoop and drop it in. Let's see, Fowler hit a 3. Nope, it's 2. Oh, well, her first basket of the night is a 2-pointer. Long 2. Comes Miller. Miller had her pocket picked. Comes Simonson to the hoop off the glass. Oh, it popped out. Rebound pulled down by Miller. Miller get it into Fowler. Throw it over to Reinhold, and it's knocked out. That'll be a timeout. We'll take it. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Monday you can watch the Shelton City Commission, while you can catch the Mason County Commission every Tuesday. These are live broadcasts, but you can also watch them online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, your source for local information.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
Out of the timeout will be Crosspoint ball. Baseline inbounds to the left of the backboard. Kimmel will trigger it. Throw it in the corner to Miller. Miller drives by the defense. Her pass out is deflected. And then there's Kimmel. Kimmel driving baseline, pull-up jumper, rattled in. Emily is 9 points. And there's Young to the hoop. Oh, can't get it to fall. Rebound pulled down by Zulkowski. Kimmel, one-on-one with Simonson. Gets by Simonson. Trying to get into the corner, draws a double team. Hooks it up top. That's a Zulkowski. Back to Kimmel. With a Zulkowski. She'll take a 3. It's off. Rebound. Pulled down by Reinhold. She missed the putback, but drew the foul on North Mason. And that will go on Grace Abad. That's her 4th. And Reinhold's at the line for a couple of free throws. Her first trip to the line. She's yet to score. So one more. Lead at one point was 19. It is now down to 14. The second one falls off. Rebound pulled down by Young. Young will get it to Fowler. Fowler up to Simonson. She had to save it in bounds, but luckily it hit the foot of Kimmel and goes back out of bounds. That'll be Bulldog ball. Matthews will step on. Abad will sit down, and now Matthews is playing with 4 fouls by the official count. Inbounds goes to Green. Green dribbling to the side of the paint, changing direction, steps by, nice little move, hooked up a shot, missed it, but drew the foul. Personal foul will go on. Joelle Zulkowski, her 2nd. So Sophia Green is yet to score tonight, has a couple of free throws coming. Ooh. Perfect arch, just a little more oomph. There's one more shot. Yeah, see, perfectly arched and it goes in, nothing but net. That's the 3rd point in the quarter for North Mason. And it's 41-26, 4:50 to go in the game. North Mason on top, Crosspoint with the ball, trying to launch a comeback, and timeout has been called. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
It's Crosspoint ball coming out of the timeout. Kimmel will inbounds it from the sidelines. Throw it a little high, and then Green comes away with it for North Mason. Changes direction, throws it up, missed it. Got the rebound. Throw it out to Simonson. Simonson to the baseline, pull-up jumper, goes in. Oh, a steal by, near steal by, oh, it does go to Matthews after all that. She'll put it up and in. Natalie with 5 points. And let's see here, that'll be the 22nd turnover on Crosspoint. Lead back to 19, the largest lead of the night for North Mason. Kimmel still in backcourt. Throws it to Miller. Miller puts on the Jets to the baseline, bounces it to Kimmel. Kimmel trying to turn around, get by the defensive Simonson. Throws it up top to Zulkowski. Zulkowski, top of the key. Over to Kimmel. Kimmel fakes that 3. And a steal by Simonson. She's going to lay it off the glass. It dropped in. And a full timeout has been called. We'll step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
You've seen the sign, keep right except to pass, but did you know it's the law? Camping out in the left lane makes you a slow-moving safety hazard. Moving to the right improves emergency response time and helps reduce collisions and traffic jams. Allowing faster-moving traffic to pass is always the best choice. Use the left lane to pass slower moving or merging traffic, then return to your lane. Remember, keep right except to pass.
Crosspoint inbounds. After the timeout, whoop, a deflection, and the ball's free. Bodies flying everywhere as we resume action, and it's Bulldog ball. Nice ball movement as, who was that? That was, I'm not sure who that was. It's a 3 on the way by Crosspoint, and that falls off. Rebound goes to Matthews. Ball up. I have a 21 who I don't have a, I'm thinking of Shoemaker. Must be Shoemaker. Can't quite hold on to it. And a timeout has been called by Crosspoint. Full timeout call will take a step aside. This Mason Web TV powered by HCC.
If you are interested in how our local government works, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, gives you the opportunity to watch our elected officials in action. Every Tuesday, you can watch the Mason County Commission. These live broadcasts air at 9 a.m., except on the fourth Tuesday of a month when the County Commission meets at 6 p.m. You can also watch the County Commissioners online at your leisure or tune into a rebroadcast on Hood Canal Communications local channel. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is the only place to find this type of in-depth coverage.
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
We're already into action. Zukowski has the ball. Over to Kimmel. Kimmel trying to attack. Draws the foul. And that will be 9 team fouls actually on the Bulldogs, and Young just picked up her first. And Ellie Kimmel at the free throw line, her first trip to the free throw line tonight. Ooh, rattled deep in the cup and dropped out. And she'll get another one. 21-point lead. The largest lead of the night for North Mason. Second free throw dropped in for Kimmel, giving her 10 points. Comes Simonson up the court. Over to Matthews. Matthews for 3. Short. Rebound Kimmel. Kimmel will bring it up. Over to Miller. Miller back to Kimmel. Kimmel's layup falls short. Rebound. Matthews tracks it down in the pack. And a jump ball is called as Matthews hit the deck. I have a 25 on the court that I don't have on the list for. Yeah, here comes Simonson up the over it goes. And a 3 by Simonson off the back of the iron. Rebound, pulled down. Nope, it's stolen away. And ball's free. Pops out. Young comes up with it. She'll put it up and in. Two minutes, 9 seconds to go here in the ball game. And Kimmel can't get that one to fall in. Matthews with the rebound. Bringing it across. Set the play, turn around, jumper, 3, hit. I'm not sure who that young lady's name is. I'm thinking it's Alyssa Weibel, but we'll have to track that down. Kimmel with it. Nearly had her pocket picked by Simonson. Inbounds knocked away by Matthews. Nice defense. Fowler will step on, and Matthews will sit down. Inbounds goes to Zulkowski, but it's deflected and stolen away. Here comes Simonson. Simonson to the hoop. No. Right there for the putback. No. That was Schumacher, and nope. And the rebound is pulled down by Crosspoint. Here comes Kimmel. Kimmel with a minute 15 or so to go here in the ball game. Trying to get some room to drive. Turns the corner on Simonson, and they'll get Simonson with a push. But it'll be the 10th team foul. That'll be 2 shots. And let's see here. Haley picked up her first by my count. And Kimmel is at the free throw line for 2 free throws. She's 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Is 10 points, excuse me. Oh, missed the first one, she get another one. Grace Abad will come in and Simonson will sit down. Second free throw, that one's off. Rebound pulled down by Fowler. Fowler gets it up to Weibel. To Abad. Abad takes a shot, comes up short. Rebound tracked down in the corner. That'll go off a black. That'll be a Bulldog ball. 58.8 seconds to go here in the ball game. 52-27. Inbounds goes to Abad. Abad will take a long 3 that goes in now. 8 points for Grace. And her second 3 of the night. And the biggest lead of the night for North Mason. Kimmel going coast to coast, can't get it to fall in. Rebound goes to Zulkowski. Her miss, and that's Miller with it. To Zulkowski, she'll step back for 3. That's short. Rebound pulled down by Fowler. Get to Abad. Abad brings it up, 3-point line. Takes another 3, opposite side this time, missed it. Rebound goes out of bounds in the corner. It'll be a cross-point ball with 20 seconds to go. Miller will get it in to Kimmel. 20 seconds remain in the ball game. And Zulkowski jumper on the baseline, bumped and fouled, but missed the shot. Natalie Young picked up her second. And Zulkowski's at the free throw line for 2 free throws. She is 2 for 4 at the free throw line, has 10 points, 11 points, excuse me, and spun that one in. Give her 12, she'll get another one. 11.5 seconds to go in the ball game. Got it. Abad gets the inbounds, throws it up, turnaround jumper and blocked. Kimmel comes away with it, and she'll lose it. And a throw down to Young. Young to the hoop, drops it in. And that is the final. 57-29. The final. North Mason Lady Bulldogs, so keep control of that one. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Maple Glen has a Sunday brunch, open to the community with free admittance when you schedule a tour. What a great way to learn more about this beautiful senior living community. Maple Glen Senior Living, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman at 360-427-0300 to learn more and schedule a visit to Maple Glen.
Vehicle collisions are the #1 killer of teens in the U.S., taking 8 young lives every day. And speeding is a factor in more than half of teen fatal car crashes, but we can prevent these tragedies. Talk with your teen about staying safe behind the wheel. Remind them to follow the speed limit and adjust their driving for road conditions. Keep the conversation going and be the driver you want your teen to be. It's not just good parenting, it's a matter of life or death.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
Welcome to the Maple.
Slow down.
Slow down and move over.
And move over. When you see lights,
Vests. Or reflectors.
please give us some room. Slow down and move over. When you need us,
We've got your back.
do you have ours?
You got our back?
You got ours? You got our back? Please, slow down.
And move over.
This is your brain. This is drugs. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions?
Yeah, I have questions.
Prescription drugs aren't as bad as street drugs, right?
Weed's legal, isn't it?
Drinking is worse than smoking weed.
Isn't it? Why
Is heroin so addictive?
Molly just makes you feel happy.
I have questions.
Mom?
Dad, did you ever try drugs?
They're going to ask. Be ready. Go to drugfree.org. A message from Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
I admit, I did try another TV provider. It sounded like a great deal, but I quickly realized it wasn't. When I read the fine print, I was locked into a long-term contract with a huge cancellation fee. So I came back to HCC. They're more reliable, the service is local, and I save, bundling internet and phone with them too. And I'm a lot happier now.
Great service from a local company. Stay with HCC.
If you're interested in
Well, we're back here at North Mason High School. The Lady Bulldogs even up their series with Crosspoint, knocking off the Lady Warriors 57-29. They did it behind the 23 points from Haley Simonson, 10 from Amber Johnson, 8 from Grace Abad, 5 from Natalie Matthews, 4 from Natalie Young. I have a 3 from a number 25. I'm assuming that is Alyssa Weibel. I'll have to check on who that actually is. Let's see here, 2 for Kristen Griffey and a free throw for Sophie Green. For the Warriors, they were led by Joelle Zulkowski's 13 points. Emily Kimmel had 10 and 6 from Grace Briner. The problem for the Warriors is they committed 23 turnovers that turned into points for the Lady Bulldogs. As a contrast, North Mason only turned it over by my count 9 times, so that's a huge difference in the turnover margin. Interesting foul shooting situation. Let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 7 for 17 free throws for the for Crosspoint. For the Bulldogs, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. They were 4 for 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. They were 4 for 12 at the free throw line, so not exactly great free throw shooting tonight. But we are pretty much done with the girls' game, as the final there was 57-29. We'll take another timeout. We'll be right back. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I lost my mother to a drunk driver. She taught me to be kind and good and strong. Be a positive force in a sometimes cruel world. I want to do everything I can to keep Washington a beautiful place. For my children, for your children. Become a Washington State Trooper.
There's a lot going on these days at Maple Glen in Shelton. Come see for yourself by scheduling a tour to view apartments, the beautiful surroundings, activities, and the signature dining room. Maple Glen Senior Living Community, located just 20 minutes north of Olympia at 1700 North 13th Loop in Shelton. They're just feet away from the hospital, medical professionals, and pharmacies. Contact Teresa Gilman, 360-427-0300 to learn more about this exciting living community.
That's my neighbor, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Hey, John.
Joe's about to make a very big mistake. Hey, Joe, you think it might be a good idea to call 811 to have your underground utilities marked before you start digging?
John, that's just for big projects.
Actually, it's for any digging project. Congratulations, Joe. You found your electric line. Remember, safe digging always begins with a free call to 811. You want to borrow my phone, buddy?
The living room. It's a great place to watch TV. Just like your backyard, break time at the office, or waiting for your ride. Now you can watch TV everywhere. Stream your favorite shows or live TV from many channels in your cable package on any computer, tablet, or smartphone. It's all included in Hood Canal Communications TV service for no extra cost. Sign up to watch TV everywhere today. Call or visit Hood Canal Communications online to learn more.
So that does it for the girls' broadcast here at North Mason High School. Next up for the Lady Bulldogs, they return to Olympic League action Tuesday as Bremerton comes to Belfair. As for the ladies from Crosspoint, they host Pope John Paul II High School on Tuesday. So again, that's the first game of our doubleheader. Final again for the girls. North Mason 57, Crosspoint at 29. Stick around, the boys game is coming up shortly on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.